The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Derek Carr is set and ready to roll as he leads the Raiders out onto the field. Carr in his 6th season, 28 years of age, former second-round pick back in 2014, and a lot of people feel this is a critical season for Derek Carr as a Raider. Remember, there were whispers that the Raiders might be in the market for a QB in the draft, even contemplated maybe making a run at Kyler Murray, but in the end, they stood pat with Derek Carr, hoping that he's the long-term answer. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. And the offensive starters here for the Raiders.
And there's offensive tackle Trent Brown, signed away from New England in the offseason on a 4-year, $66 million deal to protect his new quarterback in Oakland, Derek Carr. No stranger to the Bay Area. First 3 years in the league were with San Francisco as a 49er. He can play left or right tackle.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. And they're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
They may be ranked 3rd against the pass in the league, but they're the best that I've seen so far. Sometimes the numbers don't tell the full story.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. The first carry now for Doug Martin. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. It's a first down following a gain of 3. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Martin re-signed with the Raiders May 1st after Isaiah Crowell went down with the Achilles injury. He's out for the year. Martin now in his 2nd season in Oakland, 723 yards last year. His career numbers are so interesting. 6 seasons in Tampa prior to Oakland, 2 years of 1,400 yards, but then he never topped 500 the other 4 years due to injuries and other various issues. But now he says his full focus is on 2019. On second down, Martin. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. He'll find his running back. It's Jalen Richard. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 38-yard line. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Martin. And some space here. A big run there. 29 yards and a first. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago, 9 catches, 109 yards.
I like the performances he's put up throughout the year. That's the reason he's ranked number 9 in the league in receiving.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Christian Jones. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Getting into the act on the opening drive here with a sack. And remember, they had 5 last week.
And they saw that on film, and that meant that they had to get together. Offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, offensive line coach, receivers coach, and say, how do we beat this pressure? Because everyone has to win against the defense and get the ball out of the hands of the quarterback very quickly.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while, but when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So here are the Lions under second-year coach Matt Patricia. They'll be led out by a man who's now in his 11th season in the league, Matthew Stafford, at 31 years of age.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty is going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Get him, boys! Get him, boys!
And we look now at the Lions offense.
Running back Kerryon Johnson was drafted out of Auburn in the 2nd round of 2018 to become the Detroit Lions lead running back, something they haven't had in a long time. In fact, in 2018, he ran for over 100 yards in a game in September, the first Lions back over 100 yards since Reggie Bush on Thanksgiving Day in 2013. They're hoping that continues, and he'll be the 3-down runner that they've been seeking.
He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. C.J. Anderson with it. Of course, a big part of the Rams' run to the Super Bowl last year. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th.
Here we go, here we go. Here we go.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Carr gives to Richard. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Stafford on 3rd down. Caught by Jones. And he is going to have the first down as he's up to his own 13-yard line. Stafford to Jones, enough for a Lion first down. So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
First down. Here's the run with Anderson. The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Screen play, Johnson. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
Leverage.
big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Following the penalty, Martin. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, it's Martin. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Carr. He's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Ryan Grant, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it ends with an Oakland touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. Nothing for him yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Stafford. And he whips that one incomplete there. Kerryon Johnson, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Detroit.
On 1st down, Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
20! And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now it's Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Cleveland Farrell able to record his 5th sack of the season.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense. But that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose. Do what you do best. Go get the quarterback.
Now from the 9, here's second and goal. Running from the gun, Johnson. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. The Lions on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is third and goal. Back to throw, Stafford. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Makes the score Raiders 10.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. And finding the tight end, Wilson. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Luke Wilson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
On 2nd and 11 now. Stafford, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Throwing is Stafford. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there.
Okay, Freddie, I see you.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Give them a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because in a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll run on first down. Richard. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
Mike 51.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Throwing on second down. Carr. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And this is gonna wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now Carr. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Intended for Luke Wilson. Incomplete.
Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away.
Let's go, baby.
At their own 36-yard line.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. From the gun, here's Stafford. Amendola's got it, complete. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's Martin as they begin on the ground. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. From the 22, Carr. He'll find his running back here, Richard.
That's it, baby.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 4th down now after a loss of 2. So they opted not to run it. They completed the pass on 3rd and 2, but they lost yardage to bring up 4.
Well, give credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They snuffed out the play, but it does bring into question, 1, the play call, because they didn't run the ball there. They could have run it. And 2, just not getting it. That's got to be deflating for them. You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. They'll get 6 on the play, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Here's Stafford. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Stafford. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Stafford looks to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Take it at the 37. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. On first down, Carr. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Into the red zone, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Here's Carr to throw. That's complete to Richard, the running back. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Carlson able to put this one through, and that'll push the lead up to 17. Last season for Carlson, bit of a strange rookie year. Won the Vikings job, then was let go week 2 after going 0 for 3, but he picked things back up.
Remember, he was drafted to cure their kicking woes, and he ends up going 0 for 3 against Green Bay, including the potential game winner. Gets cut, picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, a pretty good success story.
The run on first down gets him a couple up to the 27. Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon. Thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL.
We now proceed to the start of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is
I'm
doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Brandon Marshall, the linebacker, able to make the play defensively. They're going draw play. Stafford to Johnson. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football. Caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
On 2nd and 9. Stafford. James has got it. Complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
First down, Lions.
Back to the ground. This time it's Anderson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. On 3rd down, Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Shotgun now for Carr. His throw incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now Martin running right. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
36 on the carry. He was brought down by Darius Slay. It's a gain of 4. Brings up
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Carr now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on 1st down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
On the draw, Richard. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10.
To throw on 3rd down, Carr. And that is incomplete.
Intended for Luke Wilson. Incomplete.
Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
Check, 59. Man, I got you.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. They go to Johnson again. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move, 1st and 10. Here's a 20th carry for Johnson, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. On second down, Anderson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Come on now, let's go.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll try the air now with Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Vontaze Burfict in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Stafford now to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. Got a man, it's Amendola. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. Stafford now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Stafford. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Throwing again is Stafford. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Young trip is here, baby. Young trip is here.
We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They start the drive with Martin. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They run it again with Martin. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield. Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
1st down. Here's the run with Martin. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That's on the Raiders' big money man, the free agent tackle Trent Brown. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. Richard. And he is across midfield from one 49 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Richard, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Carr. They're able to locate Wilson. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 24-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now a play fake. Carr. This will be caught at about the 5. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. So it'll be 2nd and goal when we return. We've played 3 quarters. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr. That's going to be caught by Williams for a Raiders touchdown. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit, being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. That time a 9-play drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And this is caught by Curse. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Well, that 2nd down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long. Stafford. Screenplay, Anderson. Powerful running. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Lions go for it on 4th. It's Stafford. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Raiders pick it up. And they're not able to convert on 4th down.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And we turn our focus to Doug Martin. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments. And you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half. It gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
They run again on 1st down. Martin. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. That's on the big guard, Gabe Jackson. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Carr. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. This is Richard. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Now that gets back some of what they needed, but they're still stuck here with a 3rd and 13.
Brings up 3rd and 13.
From the gun, Carr. He'll find his running back here, Richard. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Roughing the passer, defense.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Here's Martin. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Doug Martin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run. Making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle. No running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a Doug Martin touchdown run. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now left side on the swing pass. 1st down Lions on a pickup of 13. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
Gain of 4. Brings up 2nd down at the 26-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford, open man is Galladay, complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down. Now a 1st down throw, Stafford. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The coverage that time excellent by Nevin Lawson. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Extra point good by Prater. And that will get him one closer. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a one-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. I've been in this situation before. On the flip side of this, and all that's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on? How can we stop them? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Well, they're going to be ball hawking because they need a turnover on that other side. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Carr. It's complete to Grant. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Let's go! Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Another tote for the workhorse, Martin. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Carry number 20 here for Martin. There goes Martin, 1st down and more. And he'll be taken down at the 26. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now they're going to get about 3 here out of this 1st down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, Martin. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Again, it's Martin. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Now they'll throw with Carr. Looking sideline, incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. This is taken at the 3. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a pickup of 5. Brings up 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey. We got 3. We got 3. 3 down.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James, and it's 3rd and 5. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Stafford, and he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. Stafford on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The coverage that time excellent by Nevin Lawson. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Stafford. James has got it. Complete. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Again, it's Stafford. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down.
Defense.
So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Oakland, a loss would have really hurt. As it stands, they finished the first half at 3-5. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Detroit, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.